Here's how the MBTI test can help you work way more efficiently. Everyone works in a different way and is productive in a different way. That is why it's important not to replicate how somebody else works. For instance, I find that I thrive when I'm alone and there aren't people around me. And I'm pretty confused when I see how my boyfriend thrives in a super social environment with a million people. I just can't imagine doing that. This is a creative channel, and so I'll address artists and creatives, though this topic can apply to most professions. Some people succeed by working from home or being alone or in quiet environments, while some people succeed by being in bustling, social environments or becoming popular or going to events. It's all different. Not everybody works in the same way. Some people need breaks and work in short bursts of energy, while some people can work for hours and not take any breaks and can stick to a routine. So if anyone pushes on you, you will not succeed unless you are social and popular. Well, that's not necessarily true. They're just telling you their truth. It is how they succeeded or how they work best. But that doesn't mean that that is how you are going to succeed and there's no other way out. Look at Banksy, for example. No one even knows what he looks like. No one has seen his face, and yet he is worldwide famous. He is working behind the scenes. So here's how the MBTI test is going to serve you. It will help you find your brain type, and that will help you find your flow. I suggest that you stop this video right now and do the test. I left the link down below. It's a free test that you can do online. Just pause this video and do the test. It will take about 10 minutes. You just have to be very honest with yourself, and I'll give you some time. So after you do the test, you're going to end up with letters. And these letters are going to represent where in certain spectrums you fall. The first letter you're going to get is either going to be I or E. I stands for introverted and E stands for extrovert. So if you have an I, it means that you are quiet and reserved. If you have an E, then you find it easy to socialize with people and open up. You are loud and outgoing. The second letter is about your energy. If you have an N, then you are intuitive, random, and you do not like rules. Most artistic people have this letter because artists like going against the rules. If you have an S, then you like predictability and you like structure and rules. The third letter is going to be about your nature. You're either going to have an F for feeling and emotional, or you're going to have a T for thinking, being logical and rational. So you can't really guess which one you are unless you do the test, because it's not always necessary that you fall at the end of a spectrum. You can actually be in the middle. For example, you can be pretty emotional, but you can also be pretty rational. So this test is going to see which one you are more. So if I'm a T, I also have F. Now you can have a fourth letter, which is going to be either P or J. P for perceiving and J for judging and being decisive. Now, how is all of this useful to you? I'm going to explain it all right now. So for the first letter, if you have an I, then you find it most hard to open up and socialize, which means you are going to work better behind the scenes. E means you're social. Actually, the letter that you are will show you your weaknesses, and your weaknesses, what you are not is actually the weakness that you have. So if you're an E, you should learn to be more I. If you're an N and you like going against the crowd, you should learn some S, some structure and organization. N-type people should take better care of tracking their financial stuff. Also, if you never stick to rules you set for yourself, that means you're an N person. That's not necessarily bad, but the problem comes when you need to be consistent, so focus on your consistency. You will never see results if you keep starting and dropping projects and never completing tasks, changing plans like a clown with amnesia. So learn some structure. Let me know in the comments which personality type you got. If you have an S, structure, then you would do better in a job. You would make a very good employee. Now the F and the T are about your decision making. The F is you get inspired and the T is you set plans. P will mean that you overthink and you're not very sure about the decisions you make, so you might falter. This means you need somebody to help you make decisions, which could be a boss, someone just to help you make decisions. P, however, are great at spotting opportunities and keeping their options open. J can decide fast and clear, and they are decisive, which means that they can be their own boss and wouldn't have a problem working on their own. Now, I want to note that the test can change over time because also we change. This test will help your life greatly because it will help you tune your workflow for maximum efficiency. You will also be able to get in touch with yourself. Now, the letter I got is ENTJ, but I'm a little bit confused about the E because, okay, so I can open up to people very easily, but at the same time, I do prefer to stay home and I prefer to have my quiet time to recharge. I do not really like working with a lot of people around. In fact, it drains me. The N is creative. I do not like following the crowd. The T is for thinking. Okay, so I am a rationalist, but I am quite emotional. J, judging. Now there are two more letters that you can get in some cases, which are A or T. A is for assertive and T is for turbulent. Now what this is how you respond to routine stress. This is very important. If you have an A, it means you respond well to stress and you can keep moving forward despite obstacles. It also means you're more energetic and aggressive. Mine is 65% assertive. Now, if you're turbulent, then you're very sensitive to stress and you're usually bothered by your actions during conflict. What this can help you with, or what it can tell you, is that you would not do very well working jobs that are very stressful or positions that are very stressful, because these negative emotions to stress, they will stop you from thinking clearly. Nowadays, many people are unsatisfied in their jobs and they find it very hard to work and be productive. And I think it's because the system nowadays, it does not consider that there are different brain types and people who function differently in productivity and in working. The system is kind of made one size fits all, and that's really not a good thing because not everybody can work in a huge office. Not everyone can work in a very stressful environment either. And that is why I think this video and this test is very important. It is very important that you understand how you work efficiently and what serves you and what does not. Also, I did make two stickers of the MBTI.